welcome back to another game. I feel like every game we're going to have now will be pretty much against 2,000 rated players. And in the other switch up to my repertoire, I was playing the Dutch, now we're playing knight f6. This is kind of like an anti-London type system. Playing it to London's always kind of annoying, isn't it? So pressure on the pawn. I think the move is knight here. Yeah, because taking here is dangerous because the knight comes to b5. So I think a6 is the main move. To stop anything from coming to b5. Maybe trading is good. Because if you're going to have a pawn there, you really want to have it with c3. Yes, maybe we'll trade and play e6, but then this bishop's absolute rubbish. So maybe we'll trade and play d5, get the bishop out and then play e6. I think that would give me everything that I would like. So, opponent, 1,058 games, joined 12 months ago. A rating of 1,000 at Bullet and 1,200 for 11 games of Bullet, and 1287 in Blitz. And 1,000 games in Rapid. Similar to me, but even more extreme, I think, in how I play with the different time controls. I wonder if at 94 might be a move. Check there. Push. He's having a bit of a think, so that's good. So what do I expect? A nothing move like knight f3. Maybe that makes most sense, that they can take back with their knight. So maybe knight there, we put our knight out, so again reinforce the threat. Okay, so pawn sacrifice, right? Takes, and takes. Would be dangerous if they could check with the bishop, but they can't. What's the idea? To drop the bishop back? I'm definitely going to take once. Idea that you get some kind of quick development, because I've takes and takes, I'm on your bishop, so you can't play knight f3, so if we take here, I'm on the bishop. You could maybe play queen here. There. I give up a big lead in development, but I am up a pawn. I'm usually quite greedy, so let's see what we've got. Gambit's the pawn, we'll take the pawn. Okay. I think I can go back where I came from. I think that makes the most sense. Giving me ways of getting back to d if I need to. So now I've vacated both of his e and his d pawn. So I'm thinking d6 to get the light square bishop out. So maybe also g6 to get my dark square bishop out. Gives me a kind of flexible pawn structure. Maybe I could push forward in the future, but then I've got all my pawns on light squares. don't know if I necessarily want to do. Or maybe I focus on getting castled first and leaving these 2 pawns untouched, I'm not sure. The idea of them playing, also could maybe have taken here. So yeah, if I can get a couple of easy moves, somewhere like bishop here, castles, knight there, or knight there, that will be good. Consolidate our pawn advantage, and white should be playing energetically here. I've got a loose queen which they want to try and kick about. I've got a loose-ish pawn on f7, which is not so easy to target, but I think my next move is going to be d6. Takes away a couple of squares, makes a bit of a shield for my queen to come back behind, and also allows my bishop to come out along this diagonal. The opponent is having quite a long think here. I'd also like to trade off some pieces as well, so maybe long term, if I can support knight getting to d5 and trading itself off, that would be useful. Excuse me. Maybe also the knight could come up to c5. Not quite sure. And also, reminder, I'm going to be starting analysing games at some point soon, so if you're watching this and you've got some chess games that you want me to take a look at or give my thoughts on, interesting, please let me know. What does that do? And play quick and sensibly. What does b3 surely makes sense if you're going to pop a bishop on? Oh, but they just simply worried about me taking it. Yeah, I wasn't really even seriously considering taking b2, but castles. I can pin the knight. Might, yeah, wait to decide where I'm going to put this bishop. I mean, I could even land it on e6. It's not so stupid. Could get hit by one of these knight moves in the future, though, is the only thing. Or once the knight's moved, I could put it on d7. Also now I've got this nice diagonal for my bishop. I think b3 was a poor move. But yeah, as I was saying before, if you've got games you want to have looked at and analysed, send them in to me. And I'm up to about 10 subscribers or so. So I mean, if you're subscribed and you send me a game, you're pretty nailed on to have it looked at. So I've got a couple of pawn moves in. So like I said, I'm more like what, 1, 2, 3, 4 moves away from getting pretty much everything rolling. You know, and then get the rooks connected. Maybe move my knight to put some pressure on here, that kind of stuff. See, this bishop's pretty poorly placed, so if I get a knight here and the opponent manages to do nothing in those 2 moves, I can snap that bishop off. I think if I do go there, I'm only really threatening to go to this square, so maybe something like knight a4 is a bit of a prophylaxis against that. They're eating a lot of their time, which again is good, because it's usually me that struggles a lot with their time. Got quite sore hands, so get a bit of hand hand queen going. Opponent doesn't have an awful lot in this position. My other thought is knight g4, threatening that now weakened f2 square. How do you defend against that? Maybe you drop your bishop back to g3. So this pawn, it will become pinned. Knight e7 pawn, I think we're just going to play here. Nice and simple. So you could have some ideas of moving the knight away, say, and capturing here, because I can't take back with the pawn, but I do have a queen that can take back currently. Uncovers this, but it does attack my queen. I think here makes the most sense. I'm happy with that, I think so. Your knight looks stupid on a4, and this is now a big threat. Ooh. This is close to working. Forced to go back there. Maybe I'll start with this. I'm expecting like this, maybe. I could end up getting pinned, is the only thing. Like, is this any good? Get that bishop on b7. I do kind of like it there. Knight there on the rip. So if I go there, or I do this, keeps my pawns a bit more locked down, but I kind of like b5. There's no bishop there immediately. Knight back, that bishop out. Let's do it. Can't hit me with this counter punch because my knight covers it. I've got two fianchetto bishops. I really should castle. What does that do? Uncovers your rook. I think I want a castle. Ooh, and that threatens that. I can't quite play it yet. I'm going to castle. Yep. Yeah, this is a threat. I've definitely got more of the play in this position. He's got active pieces, but I think these lines for my bishops are pretty monstrous. looking at a lot of key squares in the position. This bishop's looking at this pawn, which is now no longer pinned, and this bishop's looking at a bit of a pawn chain, both sides. So his bishops are pretty rubbish. Like I'm saying, wow, okay, so he's allowed e5. I think the best is takes. And then maybe this. Yeah, it's got to be this, isn't it? Any drawbacks? Don't see it. Opponent poses a take back. I don't think so. I don't think that was a mouse slip. I'm not giving you a take back so you can weasel your way out of this fork. There's definitely weakness down this diagonal as well, so I'm thinking even if they opt in for taking 2 pawns for the bishop, with this knight moving and discovering, there's going to be some weaknesses here. Like I say, so I can see a line of takes. I move the knight, the rook goes all the way back, I'll take here, attacking the queen and the knight, queen's forced there. This would be a good move in a lot of lines. Try and threaten checkmate. What about there? Doesn't quite work. There, yeah, so I think this is kind of one that I looked at. So there, all the way back, takes the queen and hits the knight, so queen comes here. Yeah, it's really good. I think we want to be playing here though, don't we? Go for this line. So we're up a bishop for a pawn, and we're picking up a pawn on c3. So I think rook's going to go back. I take the pawn and attacks the knight and the queen. Queen has to go there. Rook here. You've got to stay, maybe play here. Oh no, what am I saying? Yeah, you move the rook away, I attack your queen. I've got my queen and my bishop on your knight. Yeah, this is close to resignable, isn't it? Opponent offers a draw. I mean, what is wrong with these people? Why do they think that's acceptable? I think taking, going down the exchange was the way to go. Okay, here attacking your queen, double attacking your knight. I think you're dropping a piece now. here with a bishop, maybe, or queen. Take it with a queen. I was thinking about something coming there, but nothing's going there, nothing's coming up here. This knight probably wants to move, but it can't. You can only go backwards. I'm taking with a queen. I'm taking with a queen. So we're up 2 pieces now. One option is just to shore my defence up by having a knight around my king side, but I think this bishop does a really good defensive job, particularly if they don't have a dark sword bishop they can oppose me with. This is still a monster bishop that will likely create some tactics or threats in a bit. My knight does a superb job of guarding the squares that are likely to kick me around. Yeah, maybe I'll try and lock it down with b4. But this pawn does a good job protecting against the knight. Is there some more tactics at play here? What if I bring my knight here, attacking your rook? I'm double attacking your knight. If you move it, I take your knight, and if you go back, a knight for a queen, for a queen, for a bishop. Or I bring the queen back, that pawn. How do you defend against that? It gets taken. So if you push the pawn, I can pin you. If you bring your rook over, that's got to be bad. I can probably get there, there. I'm going to play this, I think. I think as long as I don't blunder my queen, I'll be okay. I was saying, I think knight there. Maybe that was the sensible move. Attacks. Yeah, attacks the rook, doesn't it? And would have threatened there. Missed that impact. Yeah, I think knight there was a better move actually. But this is still strong. I think this is the only way to defend against this. Couple of options, and I could maybe try and launch this pawn forward. Thinking simplest is just got to be this. And you're permanently tied down to this diagonal. Like knight there. Bishop takes, queen takes, queen takes, bishop takes, and I'm on your knight at the end. Yeah, resigns. Cool. Nice win. Really good game, I think, for me there. So knight f6 is what we're playing now. Goes into a London. c5. Oh, so already after 2 moves, a 51% win rate. Thank you very much. Yeah, 50% win rate. Even taking on b2 has a lot of draws, which maybe we could have gone into. a6 or d6. a6 is good. Taking here takes. I went in for the gambit bit. I don't see it. Actually, white wins. Well, there's only 14 games that carry on like this. So ignore me. This is -0.3. Yeah, best move going back. And now it was just kind of trying to consolidate. It's fine. It's minus point, somewhere between 0.5 and 1. Yeah. I think this is now close to -2. I've consolidated, yeah, -4 because this is the fork trick. Likes the knight there. Thinks you should sack it, which I agreed. I think you should give up the exchange because now I take there and win a full piece. Yeah, knight back is superior. So I presume the main line is there. They'll move their rook and then I go out here. So let's see, knight there, rook there, or that way. I presume this does the same job.